on. Turning off the fan, or at least the neck one. Okay. I do have my main fan going, so if it's making too much noise, you're going to have to let me know, and I will just say, well, it's tough because I need to keep cool, because it is 27 degrees in here with the cooling fan on, and I think if I turn it off, it's going to be about 28, and I'm sweltering as it is. So, sorry. Anyway, it is Friday. It is time for the Friday Live, and through the month of June, we are doing a bit of get to know me. Time for you guys to ask questions that you wouldn't ordinarily ask, or that you haven't thought of asking, etc. And maybe somebody will ask a question and it will prompt you to ask something. We'll see. But I have a cup of tea. I have my fan. We're live. I'm hoping the microphone can hear me okay. And I do have something to show you after the link drops. Just one item. That's all it is. Just one item. And it's not a stitch marker. But it has been close to a few stitch markers. But anyway, so welcome in. If you are watching the replay, thank you so much. Every little bit helps. And don't worry about, but the volume. Volume was a Twitch thing, I believe, that somehow spread to all social media. It was absolute rubbish. You can completely and utterly mute me if you like. Stick me on the background in a different tab. Doesn't matter. I appreciate it either way. If you're here in the live, then I appreciate it even more because you guys help make the live. So thank you. Okie dokie. I am going to scroll up and see where I am. Welcome in, Miss Wriggles. Miss Wriggles, are you in your new place? You said the 16th, I believe. I believe. But we know what my memory is like, so yeah. Scrolling down. Miss Sarah, welcome in. Zara's straight off with a question. Hang on. Zara says, my question, if there is one childhood memory of yours you wish you could relive, is there a childhood memory I wish I could relive? Yeah. Age-wise, I would guess age 6 or 7. And it would be which one? They're both exactly in the same place with the same person. Honestly, I don't know which one out of the two I'd pick, but right now what comes to mind is sitting under my grandmother's stairs in the little cubby hole where there was a big beanbag and reading in my little space with my grandmother in the chair right in front of the door, and I could smell her, I could see her, but I was in my own little space reading. Either that one or playing shops under her dining table, where I'd use one of her chairs as like the drive-through window, as it were, and whatever she wanted to buy, I would have to draw on paper and cut it out very quickly. But she couldn't pass the table without buying something. So she needed to go to the toilet. If she needed to go to the kitchen, she'd have to leave the living room, which meant walking past the table, she had to buy something. And of course, when she came back in, she had to buy something. But I had a lot of fun doing that. But yeah, with my grandmother, one of those two, that would be what I'd relive, I think. Off the top of my head, I mean, heck, I may well come back to you in a few days and go, you know what, I completely forgot about blah, 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 blah. I'd do that instead. You know, I may well, it'd still be Oma, I guess. I may well say something about Oma and horses. I don't know. But at the moment, one of those two. Miss Wriggles. Waiting still. What happened? What's going on? Christine, welcome in, Miss Christine. Miss Christine says hello to me and all of the chat with the baby. Lucy, welcome in, Miss Lucy. She says, hi, Ladybird. And the kitty catty, which I don't know where she is. She came in and nabbed a little bit of chicken out of my sandwich, and she's gone again. But I don't know where she is right now. She's somewhere sweltering and wishing she wasn't furry. But Lucy's also saying hi to everyone in the chat. Welcome in, Amanda. Good evening, Miss Scraptastic. She says, hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. Sounds good. As long as the fan doesn't take over. Only 23. It's making me giggle a little bit because it's actually hotter here than it is where Hunter is in Indonesia right now. Only by a couple of degrees, but still, this is Indonesian heat, just more dirty because we're in the UK. Miss Riggle says, no, the higher ups haven't gotten a hold of the manager to tell them my rent amount. But if they can't get hold of the manager, what happens if anything happens? Oh, this is so cool. Well, they better hurry up and sort it out. I really hope you get in there ASAP. Good evening, Miss Perp. Perp says, evening, Khadijah and beautiful Beanie. But I don't know where the beautiful Beanie is. Oh, there she is. Oh. Hi. You coming up? Are you coming up? If you come up, you can be in front of the fan. No, she's just spread herself as a rug on the floor, but she's in. Lucy says, what's the last book you read and what is your favorite book? The last book I read, are we counting still reading? I'm still reading one. I'm about a third of the way through. Laurel K. Hamilton is the author, and it is part of her Anita Blake series, which it's kind of, the beginning were very aimed at teenagers, but as the books have gone on, it's gotten very adult. But it's about a necromancer, and there's vampires and werewolves and shapeshifters and all sorts of iggly things. But that's a book that I'm still reading. The book before that was an autobiography by a comedian that I love it bits. Miss Dawn French, who I very much regard myself as a little bit of Dawn, but I do a fiction, non-fiction, fiction, non-fiction. So I switch it up between books, but I don't get to read as much as I used to anymore because holding a book up hurts. And before you say, use your phone, use your tablet, yeah, it's not the same. I have no joy in looking at a bright screen, even when the bright screen is turned down. I want to turn the pages. I want to feel the paper. I want to smell the paper. And yes, there's audiobooks, but the amount of times I've tried hunting for the books that I want to read at that point, and they're not there. So, yeah. So that's that one. Zara says, very clever of you to block her. I wasn't blocking her. I'm guessing you mean with the dining table and me playing shops with Omar. It was literally next to the door, but yeah, emotional blackmail. That's what it was. Emotional blackmail. Miss Pep says hi to everyone, and I hope all is good. Welcome in, Miss Laurie. She says hello, got the thumbs up. Thank you very much, my dear. Thank you. Pep says 31 here right now. Well, there you go then. So I can't be that much different to Perp, but Perp is definitely a little bit warmer. I don't think it would be more than 28 if I turn that fan off. I don't think. I'm checking. Nope. 28. 28. Perp's hotter. She's sweltering. Welcome in, Slug. The Naked Snail says hello to everyone with a hug. Welcome in. Miss Wriggle says it's 32. Going to get to 35. I'm not jealous. I am not jealous in the slightest. Not one little bit. Louis says it's 33 in Colorado. No, I'll pass. I will pass. Thank you very much. No, thank you. Okay. I am going into another question, which was from Terry. It's a 2-for-1, which was similar to Lucy's with the book. And she says, how did you meet Hunter? Was it love at first sight? No. No. So Hunter and I had there was a lot of secrecy with Hunter and I to start with, because I didn't want anybody to know, just in case it was all but at some point I'd spoken to him and was like, you know, it's so hard keeping this as a secret. And he said, well, it doesn't bother me. And I said, well, or words to that effect. And I said, well, it kind of does me, because if anything happens, I'm going to look really stupid. Because relationships with me usually last 3 months. And this had been going on for quite a few months. But we'd been online dating, as it were, via a music app, a singing app that was completely free. And I was working in child protective services on the app, as well as when I was having fun there, just steering clear of the kids and enjoying a bit of karaoke time. I can't sing. I don't care. I was enjoying myself. But when I first saw him, my first, and he knows this, my first reaction was, ooh. That was honestly the first reaction. But I'm not overly, I never really have been overly a looks person. The thing with me is personality shines through. You can be the most gorgeous beast on this earth. You open your gob and you become the ugliest immediately. You can be the ugliest person. You could be, bless his heart, a Quasimodo twin, but be the kindest and nicest and selfless. And that brings your goodness, your good looks out. There's been plenty of times, not plenty, there's been a fair few times in the past where I have had a really, really ugly partner that I've regarded as ugh to begin with. But as I've got to know them, you literally look past all the ugliness and you just see them as flipping gorgeous. And you're so grateful that other people might think they're horrible and what the hell are you doing with that? I mean, they say it about me, so who cares? Because you're like, I have no competition with anybody. They're mine, kind of thing. So definitely wasn't love at first sight. It was a friendship before anything. I used to go into his chat room, as it were, quite a bit, and speak with him and his friends, and he'd stick up for me, and we'd have a laugh, and he'd teach me Indonesian, because I kept on going into the Indonesian rooms because I realized that Americans and English were nasty, gossiping poo-poo heads. The Indonesians, for the most part, were quite kind and well-mannered and all-encompassing. So I tended to go a lot. And the Filipinos, I used to go to the Filipino rooms as well. But it's a long answer, but there you go. Okay, I'm going to scroll down now. And of course, there's the Englenesia channels, the Englenesia on YouTube and Englenesia on Instagram. Both of them have different videos, but both of them show you things that Hunter and I got up together when I was there and before and since. We really need to put another one out, but we just can't right now. So we've got one coming, but we've got to sort a few things out first. Miss Christine, cool down. Wow, cool down there with Miss Christine at 16 centigrade. That's what it was last night here, and I was so cooking. That was last night, not the daytime, but that was last night. Too hot. Lucy said I might get to 28 today. I love the fact that you're all using centigrade. Thank you so much, because otherwise I'd be sitting there going, I have no idea what that means, and be waiting for answers, and then I'll get all confused. So thank you so much. We're also in fire warning. Oh, so there is a fire not far from here. Oh my God. And they're struggling to put it out. Is this a natural fire? I'm guessing with the heat, natural fire. Wriggle says, I use an old music stand with elastic to hold the book on the stand to read and crochet at the same time. That's something that I had thought about a long time ago. The bad thing is, almost everything I do on my side. So if I'm sitting, I'm sure you've seen me most of the time, I'm here, I'm on my side, I'm on my left hip. When I'm in bed, I'm on my right hip. I find it very, very uncomfortable to sit straight or lay straight. So having something like that, it would be really awkward and bugging me neck up. Give me something else to moan about. Woo! Miss Sarah says, ice cream or chocolate? Pick one. Chocolate. There ain't a contest there, Miss Sarah. I mean, hello. It's chocolate. I'm going to another one. Miss Purpose sent some questions in. Now, I know you've only got my word for it, but I promise you I haven't looked at them first. Bless her, she did put in the subject line, questions for Friday. So I know they're for now, so I've waited. I dread to think what might be in there, but I'm going to read it first before reading it out loud, just in case, because it could be anything. Where are we? And Wriggles, you're going to have to let me know if you want me to show your wounds, your battle wounds. Okay, Miss Perp has says, what make are you most proud of? It's kind of a mix of two right now, because one is finished and one is not quite finished. The not quite finished one is what I'm going to show you after the link drop, and I'm so proud of it. But the other one is finished that I'm very, very proud of, and that is my Dreamcatcher shawl. Because it's got, I can't even remember how many beads on it now. Is it 2,000? Is it 2,000 beads on it? It's huge. I love the color, even though it's not blue. It's kind of a neutral fawny yellow. I've definitely shown it on here a few times. But it was a fiber S-word pattern, and I've made it twice now. Somebody asked me if I'd make them one, and I did. I made it in purple, also beaded, and that was massive. I think it was about double the size of mine, and mine's big. But I love the pattern. I can just sit here and just not even look at it and just get it done, and it's flipping fabulous. But yeah, the other one I will be showing you after we've done the Linky Doo deck drops. Miss Perp says ice cream, lots of it, a bathful. Be very soupy very, very quickly. Lucy says, I believe it started from lightning during the thunder. Oh, heck. So has it been going on for quite some time then, I'm guessing? Gregor said, sent another email. I have got your one with what you're making, because I was like, ooh, I like it. I'm quite looking forward to showing it. It's glitzy as well, but I like it. But I need to know about your war wounds, because you didn't give any details. You just sent pictures, and I'm like, what am I showing here? Zara says, Clever Me will pick chocolate flavoured ice cream. That's not the same thing. You're picking ice cream. You're not picking chocolate or ice cream. You're picking ice cream. That's not clever. That's just silly. Perp says, you just don't trust me at all, do you? Nope. 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 Christine says, funny that you crochet S. I don't crochet S words. Heck no. I crocheted a fiber S word pattern, or I've done a few of his patterns actually, but Craig's patterns I kind of enjoy. So I've done a few. Wriggle says battle wounds are almost healed, but what you didn't say what from. Sharon isn't here, but she's here quietly lurking. Shh. But she gives some love. She gives some love. Next question comes from Terry again. No, it isn't. I apologize. It's from Christine. Christine says, have you always lived in England? No. So I was born in Germany. And before I was even a year old, I came over to the UK. So technically, no, I haven't. Theoretically, yes, I have. And it's always been England. I haven't lived in Wales. I haven't lived in Ireland. I haven't even visited Scotland. I've always lived in England since I came over here, but the move was purely because my father was in the RAF, the Royal Air Force. And when we came over, it was because he was like, bye to them, and then very quickly bye to us, really. So, yes. Practically my entire life, yes, but technically, no. Oh, it melts so quickly, Zara. Wriggle says pregnant, but it was the pregnant bunny that gave you the war wounds. Ouch. Oh, hang on. I might have to. I do. See, you could have done that thing again, Christine. You could have done that. Granted, you didn't know. So, yeah, okay. Hang on a second. I know. You didn't know. I know. We are putting Miss Christine onto the super wheel, which is going to get spun next week. And Christine is a member, and so she does get double the entries. But you don't have to be a member, because just one entry, you could win it. You could steal it away and have £25 converted into your money, all for yourself. And nobody can say anything about it. Because that's what the prize is. It is British-wise, it is 25 British pounds converted into your currency, or an e-gift card of your choice. So the money-wise, it'd go into your PayPal. E-gift card is, you say it, as long as I can get a gift card there for you, I will send it. No issue. But it's completely down to you. Zara, it's already pinned to the top, just so you're aware. But we will get to that. And thank you very much, Miss Christine. Thank you. Another perp question. Oh, I closed it. What a pilchard. Open. Second question from perp. What pattern have you made multiple times? I've already mentioned the fiber S word dream catcher, which I've made twice. I've made it 3 times. I have made the chocolate bonbon hat. Miss Bagaday, Miss Crystal. I don't know how many times I've made that hat, because that is my go-to for my donations. That is the one that I can just aimlessly go ahead with, and I do switch it up every now and again, and I make the divine. Again, a fiber S word version, because his was the one that made more sense, even though I do adjust it a little bit. But it's mainly the bonbon that I'll make. Occasionally I'll make the divine. I've made the virus shawl 3 times. I have made that shawl that I've done recently. Oh my gosh. Aunt Lydia's something. Seashell shawl. Aunt Lydia's. I don't know. Aunt Lydia's V-stitch shawl. I can't remember the name of it. I can't remember. But I've made that twice. Is there anything else I've made multiples of? Scarves I just make up as I go along. I don't think I've ever done a pattern for a scarf. Oh, yeah, I have. Yes, I have. But that was because I was testing and it was a bleeding horrible test. Scrunchie, if that counts. I mean, it's still crochet, but Dragon Bee Crochet, Miss Lisa. I have made her scrunchie a good 20, maybe 30 times before I just started making them up as I go along. But I made a lot of her scrunchies, a lot. Bless her heart, she wrote out the pattern for me, so I was very, very grateful and made a fair few. Now give me a moment because I need a twig. Miss Laurie says she loves Craig's Divine Hat. I do. There's just a way that he explains it that, yes, I did it, I think, to begin with, reading the pattern, and I did it, and then I did somebody else's version. Couldn't find that one again, and mistakenly started making Craig's, and then was like, actually, this makes sense. Okay, I got it now, so I stuck with it. So I said, question? A habit of yours you can, will, never quit. Oh, I've said this out loud before, so you know it is what it is. I suck my thumb if I'm really depressed, if I'm lonely. My thumb is in my gob, mainly when I'm going to sleep. Sometimes I wake up with it in my gob. I certainly don't do it anywhere near as much as I used to, but it's still, unfortunately, a habit that just will not go away. And I have noticed that when I do it and I'm lonely, I'll stroke my nose at the same time. If I'm depressed, it'll just be my thumb. But that is why my two top teeth are forward a little bit, because my thumb has brought them forward, and that's why I've got a little bit of a lisp. I have tried multiple things in the past to stop it. My parents tried multiple things in the past to stop it. Like I said, it's eased down, but still, at my age, it still happens. And I think even when I was in Indonesia, twice that I definitely know of, twice I was sucking my thumb. Hunter knows that I do. I don't know if I can't remember if he saw me then or not. I don't know if he's seen me sucking my thumb or not. I don't know. But yeah, that's still a thing. If I'm overly tired and just completely run down and feeling like poop, my thumb will be in my gob. So yeah, there's that. You haven't heard that before? Oh, I've mentioned it in one or two lives before, for definite. You hadn't heard of that either? Really? What kind of stalker are you? Pep says my sister sucks her thumb in her sleep if someone has upset her. The amount of things we've tried to stop it, and No. I've tried hypnosis. I've tried a bite guard. I've had an orthodontist that I worked with create a metal clip-in bracework that clipped onto my furthest back molars, and it had 3 zigzag sharp spikes from the roof of my mouth, so that when my thumb went in, it was uncomfortable. I got used to them, and my thumb would still go in my gob. My thumb would be very, very owie when I finished sucking my thumb, but I managed to do without it, without the worry of it. We've tried putting stuff on my nails. We've tried me wearing gloves. With my parents, my parents tried hitting me around the head. Goodness knows how many times every time my thumb went in my gob. There's been so many different things, and I'm hoping one day I'll grow out of it. But as of right now, I haven't. So there's the thing. Lois says, I have a friend who is the same. Sometimes there's just such a string brain connection there. You can't stop it. Habits are habits. Unfortunately, they're very, very easy to get into, very, very hard to get out of. And I think the bad thing with the thumb sucking thing is I do it when I'm not even conscious of it. So when I'm completely asleep, my thumb will be in my gob. If I'm awake, like the amount of times where, because I suffer a lot from fatigue, I can be sitting here watching TV and I'm nodding off, and then my thumb goes in my gob and I'm kind of, keep the thumb away. I can do that when I'm conscious. When I'm asleep, no. And when I'm feeling like complete poop, a lot of the time I don't care. When I'm conscious of it, I do try and keep it out, because I mean I'm a little bit too old for it now, but yeah. Christine says, I would say this isn't the worst habit to have. Oh no, I'm sure there are plenty of others. I mean, swearing is another bad habit, but that is something that differs depending on who I speak to, the company I'm within. That differs. I can swear like a trooper, or I can be polite and well spoken, and you never hear a cuss word out of me. There you go, Americanism, cuss word. Other times I'll just go like yesterday, in yesterday's evening vlog, I just went hell for leather. I got on my soapbox and I was calling people things that they really shouldn't be called, but I was doing it. Yeah, I needed that soapbox. I really did. Let me just get rid of that. It looks like we're going for another. Oh, okay. I'm going to go random then. Okay. So, instructions from the person. Wriggles, you are on the wheel. Laurie, you are on the wheel. Zara, you are on the wheel. And Zara gets it twice because she's a member. Pep, You're on the wheel. I'm looking. Oh, Sharon. You're on the wheel. Who have I missed? And Sharon's a member too, so she gets double as well. Let's sort and save. If I've missed anyone, I'm so sorry. I think I've got everybody. I think. So to that person, thank you very much. It's a mystery. Thank you. Rudy's going to be so gutted now. Rudy's going to come in about 10 minutes and go, put me on the wheel. I want to go on the wheel. Too late, Rudy. Too late. You should have been in here 10 minutes ago. Yes, thank you very, very much, mystery person. Let me just read Laurie's story. Laurie says, so when I start constantly using the F word without any control of it, I know I'm about to get a big migraine. Such a weird warning sign to me. But my husband is who first realized a connection. How weird. How weird. I think, I don't even know what my most used swear word is. But heck, it's a good little marry up for you, with the. I wonder if it's like a proper neurological think me hoochie me flip. How weird. How weird. What have I just done to my hair? What the heck? I'm an explosion in a mattress factory because I've just had a shower and I've just let it dry naturally. So I am sorry. It is what it is. Sharon says thank you too. I feel really bad that I might have missed somebody. Teresa! Hello! You missed it! Welcome in. I haven't seen you for a little while. How are you doing? So if you'd been here 5 minutes earlier, I could have shoved you on the wheel. Laurie says, I would think Tourette's, but it's literally only right before a migraine. No. It's weird, though. It is weird. It's weird. Okay. Christine's next question is, have you had your own horse? Yes. No. Yes. I've had my own horse and 2 ponies, not at the same time. All of them were 1 each. I say 1 each. Wait a minute. There we go. I say 1 each because I had a pony, then I had another pony, and then I had a horse. None of them were for very long. They were very, very short little stints. But I loved it. There was Peanuts, Star, Whitey, and I loved all of them for their own reasons. My mother had her own horses too. She had Flicker and Tokenico, but I don't know which one came first. But when she met my father, no more horses. For me, I absolutely love them. I think my mother wanted to share her passion, and yeah, boy, did it rub off. Absolutely blooming loved it. And most of you know that I miss riding so much, and I love the smell of a greasy horse. That sounds so bad. I love the smell of hoof oil and saddle soap that smells. Because apparently you get saddle soap that has no smell. But like the bar form saddle soap. And when you stroke a horse long enough, you get black hands. And the smell of that horse grease, oh, I love it. I love it. And they're such soft, squidgy chins. Oh, they're so soft and squidgy. And their little whiskers, and oh, I love them so much. Every now and again, I haven't done that for quite a while. Maybe I'll take the blue ladybirds and beanie besties in the morning. What we on Saturday? Maybe I'll take you in the morning, and about 5 minutes walk from me, there's a church, and when you go down the side of the church, you go onto a lane that's more like an avenue. Beautiful trees, plain canopy down most of the lane, and then right at the very, very bottom, on the left, you've got a cemetery, and on the right, you have 3 paddocks. And on the odd occasion, there will be a horse or a pony in the paddock, and 50% of the time it will come up and you can stroke a pony or a horse, and I can get that smell again, and I can get the feeling, and oh, it's so nice. I miss it so much. It was only a few years ago that I actually got rid of my riding helmet, and I had what is known as a traditional British riding helmet. So it was velvet, and it wasn't a cover over a standard like crash helmet. It was like the proper deal with the little peak. And I do remember my mother being very annoyed when she bought it for me, because it proved I had a massive head. I don't know why, because there's no memories properly in there, not short term anyway. But my head was 2 inches bigger than hers. Otherwise, I could have used her helmet. But I miss the mucking out. I miss the grooming more than anything, because the grooming is where you get all the smells from. And I miss show jumping. Ugh. Anyway, before I start crying, let's move on. Teresa is saying, oops. Why we oopsie? Christine says, good grief, ads keep coming in and freezing the screen. I'm so sorry. I've let YouTube decide when the ads come in, and I've done it as balanced, whatever balanced means. You can be aggressive or you can be next to nothing, and I've balanced it. A lot of the time I'll put it on next to nothing, but I've only done 2 proper lives this month so far, so I balanced it. I wanted to go aggressive, but I think you'd all like want to put an axe through my head if I did that. So put it unbalanced. I'm so sorry. I have no idea what that emoji is. What's the emoji? Oh, it's a horse. Oh, it's a horse with a purple heart. Okay. I'm like, what is that? Is someone shaving their head? Oh, the things you see when you haven't got your glasses on. Teresa says, why would I have been on the wheel? Oh, because we had an anonymous donor, and they said to put everyone that had spoken in the chat on the wheel. So I did. So if you'd come in literally 5 minutes prior, maybe not even 5 minutes, we could put you on the wheel. Perp says, I haven't had an ad yet. You've said the wrong thing, Perp. What the heck? Can't believe you typed that out loud. Zara says, anonymous kind person donated people in chat to be on the wheel. Yep. Okay. The last question from Terry is, when or where did you get Beanie and how old is she? Okay, so I've kind of already answered this, so I'm not going to answer the first part of this question again, but the second part, there's been a lot of confusion with me because of my stupid head about when I got her. And I've been very, 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 very confused. So I got her in 2010 when she was 8 weeks old. So her birthday was maybe February the 14th or maybe February the 19th. They weren't sure when she was born. So I always say that her birthday is February the 19th, and then we're covered, we're sorted. But she's an elderly lady. I must respect her, of course. Sometimes I laugh at her, and that just happens. It's a thing. But yeah, she's been in my life since she was 8 weeks old. I met her when she was 4 weeks old. And she was all blue-eyed and massive eyes. Like, she was so curious. But she was very much, because she was a runt, she was very much off to the side where her brothers and sisters were playing with mum and dad. She was off doing her own little thing and watching people and climbing. And when she came here, oh my gosh, she was such a good little kitten. I knew she was going to be an outdoor cat, so I wanted to make sure that she got microchipped and she was neutered, but couldn't do that until, was it 10 weeks or 10 months? It's got to be 10 weeks, right? 3-4 months old. And I will never forget that day because oh my gosh, that hurt so much. I'm not sure if she had like the zoomies or if she was just being her, but I was playing with her on the floor and I realized the time. We had to get the bus, one of 3, to get to the vet, and she ran away from me and ran straight to the back where I've got a French door, and she splatted her face straight in the French door, and she kind of came jogging back toward me, but her bottom fang tooth was literally out horizontal. Oh my gosh. It was bleeding slightly, not a lot, but slightly. But I was bawling because there was nothing I could do. I didn't want to touch it. I didn't want to pull it just in case I messed her up. But thankfully we were going to the vet. So I was crying for the first 2 bus journeys. I was crying. When we got to the vet, bless them, they neutered her, they chipped her, and they took that tooth out, and gave her some antibiotics, and she was fine. But that was a really, really, really hard day. It was a really hard day. And And from what I can recall, she hasn't splattered herself into a door since that I know of, or at least not here. Anyway, don't be so rude calling her a runt. She was a runt. She was. Nobody wanted her except me, because I quite like the unwanted and the forlorn. But looking at her now, if you were to meet her, there's no way you'd say that she was a runt. No way. She is like proper fully grown belly, proper fully grown adult cat. Like there's nothing small about her. She's really made her way. She really has, bless her. Chipty says, oh, that's okay. Thank you, kind anonymous donor, for those that were gifted. You haven't told me how you're doing. What's going on? Slug says, cats really do have 9 lives. There's been a couple of things that have happened to her that I've thought, that's it. There's no more Beanie. But she's really, really pulled through. And I know I'm on borrowed time with her. And I love her so much. There's so many of us around that will say, oh, I love my dog to bits. Oh, I love my cat to bits. I love my rat to bits. I love my bird to bits. I really do. Like the amount of times that I've wanted to snog her fuzz off. I love her so much. She makes me laugh. She's comforting. She's a pain in the backside. But she's great company when she's around. She's great company. And I'm going to be very, very sad. Very, very sad. But not for a while. Not for a while. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Right, Perp has another one. Any plans to design anything else and write another pattern? Have I designed anything yet? I'm not a designer. I'm not a designer. If I show this, if anybody nicks this design, I will. But the sod all I can do really is, but I did make this a fair old while ago, and I thought to myself, right, I will make it first. If it works, then I'll make a second one while I write out the pattern. The thing is, I have no idea how I made it. And I've had a couple of people look at it and they're stuck too. So I don't know how I did it. I don't. But this is my prototype, okay? So I made a baby bib with a catch pocket. Laurie, don't you dare. But it's got a catch pocket. Now the thing is, that catch pocket, I have no idea how I put it on. I have no idea what I did, how I did it, because looking at it, it makes no sense. And I'm really, really gutted because last year and the end of 2023, I went into depression and lost my crojo. And this is what tipped me over the edge with losing my crojo, because I made the bib. I've written the pattern for this bit of the bib, but now I'm like, how do I put the pocket on? What did I do? I've even had 2 crocheting people that, you know, I took it down to the ladies and went, they're completely confused. You know, they've looked at it and gone, well, it looks like you've done this, and then they've tried to do it and gone, no, that's not it. Got no clue at all, and it's gotten me so stressed. I really, really want to finish it. It's only something small, but I'm not a designer, and I thought I was doing well with that, but apparently I can't design a thing. So what I'm going to do with that, I don't know yet, but I do want to try and get it done at some point. It's just when, I don't know. I look at it with fresh eyes. Yeah, every now and again I'll look at it after a couple of months and I will try, and no, it's just, I'm so gutted because that design of bib, I have no idea what you guys call it in America, so I'm so sorry. Here we definitely call it a bib, but that style of bib is what I grew up with and my sister grew up with, although ours was plastic. And yeah, the bib was on and you had a pocket, so if any food fell down, it fell in the pocket. And I thought it was a great idea, and oh, let's see if I can do it. And I did do it. But you don't do it. I don't know. As far as designing anything else, it does scare me a little bit because I've never had a creative mind. My parents are both very creative, very artistic. Me? No. Nope. I will happily follow somebody else, but don't follow me because we're going to go round and round and round and round and round in circles and we're never going to get off the roundabout. So if I design anything else again, I would love to be able to design a shawl. I can't draw, I can't design, I'm bad at math, so it's probably not going to happen. But it'd be nice if good. Yeah. Hang on. Slug says, mine too. A few times I thought I would lose my cat and he always came back. Old age is no reason to put down cat. No, it ain't. If they've got a really, really bad quality of life, don't keep them just because you love them. If you love them, you'll have them put down and be out of misery because it's not fair on them. But just because they're old, no way. No way. I mean, there's no way if you saw Beanie and what she gets up to that you'd think she was an old cat. She's not ready yet. Teresa says, kids, animals, crochet, physical therapy, trying to live life an adult while also not losing my mind. I want squares, Teresa. Oh, squares. Oh. I made a new square. For those that don't watch my quiet crochet, I made my second and final square for my subscriber blanket. So this is my last square. So the last one that I showed you was mosaic. This one, I gave myself some texture. I gave myself some 3D-ness. Something for little fingers to get hooked into. But two different blues, a little flower on a granny, even though I hate granny. But, you know. So that's my second square. So that will be going on. It won't be next Thursday. It'll be the Thursday after. And from what I believe, I need 6 more squares. And then I'm done. Then the blanket will be bordered and finished. But I need 6 more squares. 6 more. Just 6. 6. I don't know who else to beg. Perp says you designed a scrunchie and released a pattern. Yes, I did design a scrunchie. I did. But anybody can do scrunchies. Scrunchies are a easy thing. I mean, I'm very I'm a required taste. When it comes to scrunchies, I love ruffles. I love ruffly ruffles. Not many people do. I wanted to do a scrunchie that had a lot of rufflage in it. So that's what I did. I took a mix of 3 patterns and then I added 2 bits of my own on, and ta-da! Sarah says, do show it to me someday. I shall try to figure it out. Even if you had it in front of you, Zara, you're never going to get it. The amount of times we've tried to pick over it and just can't work it out. I have no idea if I made the pocket first, which I'm pretty sure I didn't, and then somehow crocheted it on. Pretty sure I didn't. Or if I started at the top and chained across and then kind of went that way all the way down. No idea. Or if I started at, and I know I started at the top edge, or if I started at the top edge, crocheted round to the next edge, crocheted round again, and then went backwards and forth. I don't know. Like we can't work it out. And now I'm getting stressed because I'm thinking about it. Christine says, I remember when you were doing that and you had mentioned doing a pattern for it. I've got the pattern like partially written for it. I've you know, that the actual bib, I've got my pattern written, it's done, but the pocket isn't on there yet, and without the pocket it's not really a design. So yeah, stress. Laurie's laughing at me. I won't steal your design, please don't. She said it's certainly not obvious how you attached it. It really isn't. I'm so annoyed that I literally didn't write the pattern while I was doing the test, because I honestly thought, oh, it's easy, I'll make another one straight after because it's a really quick make. I'll make another one straight after, and you know, I'll write it down as I go, because there's no point me writing it down and then it being all wrong and I've got lots to cross out and rub out and whatever. But the thing is, I think it was a couple of days after making the first one, things happened, came back to it a couple of days later, and I was like, oh, maybe it was, oh no, oh, I must have done, no. I don't know. It's very difficult. Camille's Creations, welcome in. Oh, she's so purpley pink. Is she still here? Welcome in, Camille. Welcome in. Perp says, I hate to say this, but you might have to pull it out, filming it, so you can rewatch. I've thought of that. I don't know where the end is. I don't know where the end is. I don't know where it is. I'm so good at weaving in ends. I don't know where the end is. Yeah, we've been down that road. It was an idea. I don't know where the end is. I really don't. I have no clue. I don't know. Oh, break. Oh. Are we having link drops? Let's do link drops. Teresa Tresa says, I've done 4 squares that I finished and then measured and realized they were too big. So I ripped them out, mad at myself, and now I'm working on recreating them to the right measurement. Is this for the subscriber blanket? You're going to have to be quick. That'll mean I only need 2. Oh, you're going to have to let me know. you're going to have to let me know, because I am literally attaching the last 4 squares I have a week Thursday. And then I'm out of squares, and I've got a great big gap on the blanket. Lucy, welcome back, Lucy. She says, I haven't been able to do scrunchies. I have a problem going around the hair tie. Do you know, before I started going round things, I couldn't fathom how the heck you do that. It just made no sense to me whatsoever. Like, I could not picture it. I couldn't work out how you did it and why it worked. It made no sense. And then I actually just did it, and I was like, oh, that's easy. Just got on with it. I was so faffy with it to begin with, but it turned out really, really easy. But you've got to find your own little way, I guess. I mean, there's got to be a tutorial out there, right? Have I done a tutorial on this? I don't even know if I've done a tutorial on this. Give me a second. I don't want to know about loan sharks. Go away. I'm going to make a note to myself. Maybe I should do a tutorial on how to go around hair tie. Maybe that should be a thing that I do on Tuesday. I think I can do that, maybe, if I haven't already done it. I might have already done it. I don't know. I have no memory. I don't know. Miss Sharon says, have a lovely weekend, everyone. Try to keep cool and hydrated. Need to pop and pick up my prescriptions. Get them delivered, girl. Get them delivered. I know you're probably long gone, but have a lovely evening, Miss Sharon. Lois says, I promise I'm not laughing at you. I 100% have had that kind of situation because I didn't write it down. Me in my head. Okay, let's do the linky doodad drops. Oh, I guess I have an advantage that I am terrible at weaving an end, so I can almost always find my end. I can't find the end. I can't find the end. Okay, if you are a creator on the YouTubes, if you have at least 2 videos. Oh, where's Doris? I haven't seen Doris today. If you have at least 2 videos on the tubes, and you would like to advertise your channel, please put an emoji of a baby. I don't know why. Put an emoji of a baby in the chat. And as soon as you have done that, start typing out an advert for your channel. You know your channel better than anybody else. Sell it. Tell us exactly what your channel's about. And don't just say, my channel's got unboxings and we go shopping once a week and do things. Okay? That doesn't tell us what your channel's about. Sell your channel. This is you. This is your thing. So advertise. Put a proper little advertisement about your channel, but don't press enter. Don't send. Wait until I read out your name and then hit the enter. And then Miss Sarah, bless her heart, will wait for you to have your advert up, and then she'll put your link directly under it. And that way, you'll have advertised it the best way possible. And Miss Sarah can shout your channel to the tube screens as it were. So if you are a creator, you've got at least 2 videos, put a baby emoji in the chat and wait for me to say your name and then press enter on your advert. Make your sell good. And after we've done the creator link drops, I will show you my other thing that I'm proud of. I'm so proud. And it's not even finished yet, but I'm so proud. What are the... Okay, I've got to get close to the TV. Hang on. I need to see what these red squares are. What are these red squares? Oh, it's like a baby on board sign. Okay, sorry that you had to see the bigness. I'm sorry. Helen. Welcome in, Helen. Bear with us. We are just doing the Linky Doodab drops, but it's so nice to see you, Helen. It's Helen. Did you get it? I hope you got it. But I'll find out after we've done the Linky Doodab drops. I'm just giving them a couple of minutes to get their adverts written out. And then we'll do the Linky Doodab drops, and then I will show you my work. Oh, yeah, and if anyone wants to know what I'm drinking, because I need it, bedtime tea. Supports a good night's sleep. I really need it. Herbal supplement, caffeine free. It is a herb tea, but it's weirdly one that I can actually handle. Weirdly, I hate herb and fruit teas. This one, oh, I love it. Okay. Let's see who is first to advertise their channel. We have got Slug. Miss Slug, please drop your advert. Oh my gosh, we've got a charity. There's charity. Bear with me. We're just doing the Linky Doodab drops, and then we can come and say hello. Bear with us. Slug, aka the Naked Snail, aka Demetra. She says, I am all about nature, fibre, knitting and crochet. Coming up, Christmas in July event. Christmas in July. We have Miss Slug's Linky Doodab. Talking about July. I have a podiversary in 3.5 weeks. 4-year podiversary. Spread over 2 lives. No, I'm not going to be stupid this year. There's going to be a nice big prize coming from here. Anyway, next. Thank you, Slug. Thank you, Sarah. Christine, because she's here. She's not at work. Christine, please drop your advert. Because normally she's at work and she's like, I'm sorry, I can't be there. But she's here. Miss Christine. Christine is crocheting. Welcome to Christine is Crocheting. I sporadically make videos of nature, gardening, yarn, finished projects, and life. I would love to have you stop by for a visit. Please. Thank you, Christine. And of course, you've got Miss Christine's Linky Doodab. Thank you very much, Miss Sarah. Next, we have got Camille. Camille, please drop your advert, my dear. Okie dokie charity. Camille's Creations. My channel is full of live streams, crocheting and diamond painting. Expect the unexpected because I'm often random. I can't sing very well, but it doesn't stop me. That sounds familiar. Subscriber inspired challenges too. That sounds very interesting. Oh, so Miss Camille's Linky Doodah is now at the bottom of the chat. Thank you very much, Miss Camille. Thank you very much, Miss Sarah. I'm sure there's going to be some yarn thrown, but we won't find out until we're finished. Next we have Laurie, and I think she's our last one. So Laurie, please drop your advert, my dear, while I take my last slurp. Okay, last 2 slurps. There we go. Laurie's Stories and Crochet. My channel is funny stories from my life and my 25 years as a high school teacher. I crochet and design a little. I diamond paint and share my Centro learning. And again, her Linky Doodah. Thank you very much, Miss Laurie. Thank you very much, Miss Sarah. Thank you to everybody who has shared their adverts. The wonderful creators. Thank you, thank you. Thank you to everybody in the chat who held off chatting while we gave the lovely creators their little bit of time in the limelight. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate it. The chat is now open. Ta-da! Welcome in, Miss Charity Frog. Charity Frog? That sounds so weird. She's working, but she's listening. Why was I thinking of you the other day? You and your son came into my head. And now that you're here, I have no idea why. I have no idea why. But just so you know, you've been in my thoughts recently. Okay, now I apologise for my flab, because you're going to have to see that for me to show you my thing that I'm proud of. But this is joint top of my most proud things. So some of you that have been here over the past few months have known that I'm going to fly away. What is going on? Oh, my grays are going to whisk me away. You know that I finally decided to start doing some mosaic. Never done it before. And now I'm like, I love it. I love it. So you've seen, some of you have seen my mosaic squares. Every time I've done a new patterned square, I've shown you guys what it's like. Well, it's all going towards a blanket, which I'll shove you there. How far back do I have to go? Oh, fair old amount. But I can now show you it's not finished because I've got to put a border on. But oh, I can't actually hold it on both sides because it's so flipping big. But we have, I'm trying to pick it up. We have plastic blanket. It is massive. It is huge. And now that I've shown it on here, now I can start doing the border, which is also mosaic, I believe. And I'm going to be using Ogo, blue Ogo, as well as, of course, this silver again. But I am so pleased that the squares are finally all together now. And it's an actual blanket. It has not been fun being under the blanket in the heat that we've been in. But I'm so glad it's finally together. So glad it is finally together. And next is the bit that I've been dreading all along, which is the border. And I'm really hoping that, just like doing actual mosaic, I'll start it and then go, oh, this is easy. What was I dreading? But I'm so, so proud of this. For me, who has never done mosaic before, to have done this and done it a heck of a lot quicker than I expected to as well. I am so, so proud of myself. I'm so proud of the blanket. And so that was the last bit of Miss Perp's last question. It wasn't her last question, but it was the previous question. And while I'm going with Perp, very quickly before I get back into the chat, I'll do her last question from one email, because she sent me 2 emails. I'll do her last question from one email, because then I can delete that email. She says, what's your favourite board or card game? I don't think anybody's heard of my favourite card game. But my favourite card game is something called Karaoke, where you need 2 decks of cards and a scoreboard. And you make your own scoreboard because it's a lot of rounds. This is a karaoke scoreboard. It's a game I love to bits. I might not be brilliant at it, but I love it. Board game. It would either be Labyrinth or Scrabble. They're pretty much on par for me. Scrabble, I like to pretend I'm intellectual. Labyrinth is a bit of fun, but Labyrinth, I haven't had Labyrinth for donkey's years now, and I'm gutted. Scrabble, I haven't had for donkey's years, and I'm gutted. And I've kind of put off sneaking. I did have them on my Amazon wish list at one point, but I got put off buying them myself because I had no one to play with. But now Hunter hopefully will be coming here. I'll get to play board games with my husband and get to teach him card games and bore him senseless more than I usually do. But yeah, that is my answer. Karaoke for card game, and for board game, Labyrinth or Scrabble. There you go. And Perp did do another email, like I said, but I'll have to wait until next week for that. I'm refusing to open it, but I will wait for next Friday when we do the spinning of the Super Wheelie thingy, because that needs to get drawn next week. So we're going to have a winner next week at the end of the live. So stay tuned. Okay, now I'll get back to the chat. And please, at the top of, oh my gosh, wow, have I talked. Sorry. At the top of the chat up here, we have the prayers and thoughts list. If you are religious, please, please, please spare a prayer or 2 for anyone who is on the list up here, because they are people that are in need of motivation, of good health, fortune, a hug, some inner peace. Please, if you're not religious, don't go running away. While you are alphabetizing your books, or you are dusting the glassware, spare a thought for 1 or 2 of the people up there. Either way, it's not going to be a great big time out your day. You can do something else while you're doing it. It'll be really, really appreciated. Thank you. Okay. Christine says, thank you, everyone. Camille says, thanks so much for this. You are very welcome. Slug says, thank you, everyone, with a smile. And Chad says, threw some yarn in all those channels windows. Thank you very much, Miss Frog. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Laurie says it's such a fun way to drop channels. Well, I don't know about a fun way. I just wanted to do something that made sense to me and my controlling ways and help other people while I'm doing it. So she's happy to help. Jay, welcome in, Jay. Jay says, hello, everyone. I'm sorry I'm late. I have no power because some idiot drove into a telephone pole, texting and driving. I severely hope that, is it against the law in your state? Blooming ought to be. Hi, Miss J. Welcome. Nice to see you. Camille says, I want to drop channels like this. It's the best channel dropping I've seen. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Perp says thank you to Zara. And yarn has been thrown. I hope you didn't hit anybody on the head. Scroll down. Miss Perp says, love the t-shirt. This, is this the one I wore when we met? Because this is only the 4th time I've worn it, I think. Is this what I was wearing that day? I like the back more than I like the front. But it's my own design t-shirt, just so you know. Lucy says, I'd like to get the pattern for that blanket. Oh, easy. Email me. Christine says, gorgeous. Camille says, wow. Pep says, amazing. Jay says, wow, that blanket looks fantastic, Khadijah. Thank you very much. Laurie says, absolutely stunning. Slug says, that's beautiful. Camille says, that's amazing. And mosaic is hard for me. This, I haven't done mosaic in a line yet. This is like, it's just going round and it is so flipping easy. Like, I put it off and put it off and put it off and put it off for so many years. And every year I was going, I'm going to try mosaic this year. I'm going to try mosaic this year. And all I had in my head was, there's going to be so many ends. There's going to be so many ends. And then I came across this and was like, okay, I really like that blanket. I can imagine it in blues and silver. I've got to do it. And I started it. And I was like, why have I put this off? This is so easy. All it is just single crochets, double crochets, and chains. That's it. I don't know why I put it off for so long. But yeah, I've still got to do the one in lines. But I'm so chuffed with this. So chuffed. There's Rudy. Howdy doody, Rudy. Helen. That blanket is incredibly. Yeah, you asked something. Let me scroll up. That blanket is incredibly beautiful. Thank you very much. It's not finished. I've still got to put the border on, but at least I can do that this week now. I'm not saying the border will be finished this week, but at least I can start it. There she is. Did you start your duster yet? No. So the duster, okay. So this is the order of things. This is the way. Okay, so when this blanket is finished, there's another blanket being started, which is Sophie's Dream. I'm finishing the subscriber blanket in my quiet crochet. When that subscriber blanket is finished, I start a cardigan, not a duster, just a standard cardigan. When that cardigan is finished, or when the Sophie's Dream is finished, that's when I'll start the royal blue duster. So I don't know whether it's going to be a quiet crochet thing yet, or whether it's going to be I'm going to do it while I'm doing everything else. It's going to be at one point, but it's second in line because this is practically finished. The subscriber blanket's practically finished. One, I've got 6 more squares. I need 6 more squares. They're both very nearly finished. I can start the next thing. Cardigan, I don't know how long it's going to take because I've only made 2. I've made my Helen Hug cardie, and I've made my big, humongous, may as well be a dressing gown cardie, which was very, very quick. But this cardigan that I'm doing is in DK, and I don't know how long it's going to take yet. But we have the pattern. We have the wool. No, wool! 8,000. 8,000. We have everything we need. But it's second in line. But I will email you when I start it so that you know, and I can give you progress updates if you wish. Right, let me get back to where I was. There's Miss Helen. Jay says, I think they were okay, Slug, and they got out yelling about their phone screen breaking. Oh, diddums. And how their car was ruined now. Idiot. Karma for texting and driving. At least it wasn't a flipping life. Louis says, remember to hit the thumbs up. Thank you very much. Rudy says, favorite color. You know my favorite color. You know it. You know it. You've asked me about Hayley and Bailey before, and I have no idea who they are. Like, no clue. Pep says, I have lab. You have labyrinth. I have labyrinth. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Oh, I love labyrinth. Triple T. It says, yes, subscriber blanket squares are currently on my hook just for you. How many did you say you were making? I've completely forgotten. I know you said you'd made them and they were far too big, so now you're redoing, but I can't remember how many you said, because I will make sure that I'm holding off. I should be getting a square this week, which of course I'll do a happy mail thingy for, but it's 1 square, which means I need 6 in total. So depending on how many you send, depends on how many I'm begging for. But do I really need you in that blanket? Slug has been a member for 11 months. 11 months. That means you're about to get your 12-month member pack. Incoming. Oh, no. I'm lying. No, because you had 6 months as gifting. So you've got your 6-month member pack. But I've done your 6-month member. Have I done your 6-month member pack yet? I keep forgetting that you're the one. It's in my book. You're the one that I've got to do the hold off for 6 months thing. 6-month member pack. I swear I've already sent it. Maybe. Lucy says, will do. She's emailing me, but I really can't remember what she's emailing me for. That's how great my memory is. Brilliant. Perp says, yes, haven't seen the back. You had a backpack on. Oh, you didn't see the back? The back is, I hope you can see it now. I really hope you could see it. If you can't, I'll try and do that again. I'll try. Chatty says, sorry, I didn't respond sooner. I had to help my friend. Well, you said you're at work, so I don't expect you to be an immediate responder. She's working. Helen says, I've got to go. Love you. Take care, Helen. Oh, it's nice to see Miss Helen come in. We've got a Miss J in, who we haven't seen for a little while. We've had Miss Helen in. Miss Charity. Frog says, I'm looking after a 91-year-old that is A fall risk. When she gets up moving, I have to get up too. I remember the days. Bless her heart. Teresa says, now you feel silly for putting it off, don't you? Yes, I do. I feel stupid. Yes, I do. Mosaic is one of the easiest patterns. It really is. It is so easy. I just love it so much. I have truly fallen in love with it, and I'm going to get bonked on the head by Auntie for saying this. I can actually say I enjoy Mosaic far more than Tunisian now. I never thought anything would take over Tunisian, but I enjoy Mosaic far, far more than Tunisian. Camille says, I've done on one small Mosaic project, not too bad, but now I'm trying a full moon pillow from Sixel Designs. Bit harder. Well, I'm guessing a pillow it's still small in a sense, but you're only going up a little bit. So all you're doing is taking what you know and just working a little bit more on it. So you've learned the basics, as it were, and now you're adding a little bit more. You're advancing your basics. It makes sense in my head, although you can see the explosion in Mattress Factory, there's not much going on with this head anyway. Mr. Rudy says, do you like Georgie Porgy? Georgie Porgy pudding and pie. Are we talking about a YouTuber? Or are we talking about a TV show? Or are we talking about the nursery rhyme? Or are we talking about someone that I've never known anything about? You've got to give me some details, Mr. Rudy. Rudy says milk and cereal. Georgie Porgy and Hayley and Bailey. Hayley and Bailey Ladybird. I know the name. I just don't know them. Wriggles says, on this new blanket, I'm using a 2.5 blanket. Yes. Thank you, Wriggles. Okay. So Miss Wriggles has sent pictures. So the last time I did a proper live, Miss Wriggles had started an amigurumi. And that amigurumi is now finished. We have got a giraffe. You see the giraffe? We have a giraffe. We got a giraffe. Beautiful blue eyes. I do like those eyes, Miss Wriggles. Oh. Move down a little bit, please. Thank you. There we go. I love giraffe tails. I think they're so cute. We have giraffes. Multiple giraffes from the Miss Wriggles. And then she wants to make sure we all get our factor. So let's zoom in. Can you see the fuzzy bunsies? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's either 7 or 8 there at a guess. But you got the fuzzy bunsies. Fuzzy bunsies. The baby bunsies. They're so cute. If only they were Angora. And I'm guessing Wriggles had a fight with Mummy Bunny because she got war wounds. She got the war wounds from the Bunsies. Bunsies is not so fluffy when they is pregnant and the hormones are raging. And the wriggles is the belt. Got to be careful with the pregnant bunsies. And she has just started a blanket, which I'm not going to show it in here, actually. Wriggles, I am going to put this in the slideshow for next week, because next week is the cracking the whips. That's a whip. And I'm pretty sure you're going to show me it when you're finished. So I can put that in the slideshow. It's so pretty. Even though you did it wrong, I think it looks really, really nice. And I'm going to put it in the slideshow. So I'm not going to show it here. I'm going to be really mean and put it in the slideshow for everybody to see. Because that's the type of person I am. Is that back on? Yeah, that's back on. Okay. Super wheel gets spun next week. Watch out. We're going to have a winner of 25 quid. 25 smackaroonies, which is what? 36, 37 Canadian dollars. 28, 29 American dollars. Something like that. Something like that. Chad says, wow, wriggles. Are you using thread? Yeah. Oh, it looks so pretty. So pretty. Teresa. I'm making four squares. One for each kid. That's still at high. Oh, okay. So I need 2 squares. I need 2 more squares. 2 squares. I need 2 squares. 2 squares. I really hope she sends them really, really fast. I need the triple T in my blanket. Thank you, Miss Triple T. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Member for 41 months. Time flies when there's so much ladybird. That's another way of saying I'm fat. Thanks. I know. Laurie says, I love the shirt. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The front, it's that phrase that says, you know, if you need to talk, even if you don't know me, talk to me. Because you do matter. But I saw that phrase on a hoodie, which I've got, and I also saw on, I think it was a bag, the phrase that's on the back. And I was playing with designing my t-shirt for merch, and I played around with this one, and I did scrolly designs and colors and things, and made myself a t-shirt. I had it for quite a long time now. It used to be my gym shirt, but can't you tell I don't go to the gym anymore? I'm trying to pay for my husband. I can't pay for gym too. Per member for 47 months. You saw. Oh, good. I don't have to do that again. Thank you. It's brilliant. Lucy, that was the end of that one. What was she going to say? Laurie says the giraffe is cute. Miss Frog says that is cute. Camille says adorable. Zaz is very cute. I think they're liking it, Miss Wriggles. I think they're liking the giraffes. Zara, oh, the bunnies are cute too. 7 bunnies. Okay, you see, I said 7 or 8. There could have been a tail that I didn't see, you know. Frog says, oh, the babies. Camille says 33. Wow. 33.67 US dollars. I really didn't think it was that high. I really didn't. I didn't think it was going to go past 30. But there you go. Okay. So 25 quid would get you 33. Actually, I would round it up. So it would end up actually being 34 US dollars. No matter what the currency it gets converted to, I round it up. If you're in the UK, you get 25 quid. But if you're anywhere else and it's a few pence off the next, I will usually ump it up a little bit. Rigor says that is one way to entice the watchers to view that video. Oh, wait. Which video? Oh no, what am I forgetting? Oh my gosh, my memory is so bad. Which video did I say? I know the tutorial for the hair tie. That'll be an easy short to do. What other video did I mention? Miss Pup says, anyone in V? Anyone in V? My head is so scrambled right now. Oh my word. My head is screaming for bed and I'm just like, I have no idea what I've said, what you're saying, who am I talking to right now, because I'm so confused. Camille, thank you so much. Thank you. Miss Camille has done a super sticker. Is it a super sticker? It is. It's a super sticker. Thank you so very much. Thank you. For anybody who does a thank on a video at any time, or if anyone does a what equals £5, £5 super chat, super sticker, or PayPal during a live, any £5 increment, you will go onto that super wheel. And when you're on that super wheel, you are going to get very dizzy on the last Friday live of the month. And you will get spun around and around until you're very dizzy. And we will get a winner, like we do every single month. And speaking of winners, next month, in just a matter of a couple of weeks, we will be doing the members wheel as well. And if you're a member of the OG, the Blue Ladybird, or the Beanie Bestie, you are automatically put on a wheel. You don't have to do anything. You are a member. It's my thank you to you. You're automatically entered. If you are there in the live or not, I will let you know whether you've won. I will come to you and I'll say, right, what do you want? You've won. It's your choice. And I do try and give people the choice, because I know in the past, when giveaways have been there, I'm like, oh, it's nice yarn, but I'd so rather have the money because I have bills to pay. It's so much more beneficial. So I give people the choice. I like to do the little bit that I can do. But for the podiversary, there's a big prize. For those that have been around, you know there's a lot of stuff in that giveaway queue. It is all going. Everything that is left is all going as the podiversary prize. Be prepared. Hope you're collecting points. Jay says, Lisa, I just remembered I forgot to ask you if you want another ball of the black obsidian colour yarn, the Rhapsody cake, to give you more shawl options. I found one while I was reorganising. No. You found another one? I mean, that would be pretty flipping awesome. I ain't going to say no to it because I really like it. Miss J, if you would be so kind, that would be wonderful. Yes, please. Thank you so much. Yeah, please. you guys have seen the Rhapsody. You know, it's pretty. It's Yarnby. Hello, Yarnby. I love Yarnby. Wriggles says yarn is Katubu in yellow, and it has gold glitz in it. It's very sparkly, very sparkly. Perp says, anyone in chat who has not already made squares and wants to be part of the subscriber blanket, shout up. So yeah, the subscriber blanket, I need 2 more squares. No more than that. No more. Then my subscriber blanket is finished. It is absolutely flipping huge. And I'm so kind of going yeah at somebody else, which is very, very mean, but I don't care. That subscriber blanket is, I'm flipping loving it. I really, really am. In a huge sense, I'm gonna really miss putting it together. But if you see a Happy Mail square edition, or if you see the Quiet Crochet video, both in the description have what I'm asking for, which isn't anything in particular, like specific, but it just gives you an outline of what's needed. At this point, if you are willing to make, please email me, just so that I'm aware, and then I can make sure that I can stop asking people, because I'm asking all over the place, and I think practically everybody that has been willing has done. And I've even got 4 people that I know of, with my really bad memory, saying that they will make more than their allotted amount. And I'm like, no, 4 is the very, very maximum. But right now, apparently I need 2, because Miss Teresa is doing her 4. 1 for each child, still at home. So I need 2. Rudy says, Georgie Porgy does wear a type of hat. What type of hat? Miss Dragon Cat, welcome in. You're here right at the very end. Welcome in, my dear. Welcome in. She says, hi, Lisa, Beanie, and everyone in the chat. Charity says, 1 + 2. This job is that I can get a lot of crocheting done. Bonus. Are you getting a lot more crochet done now? The last little bit of craft with you was, oh my gosh, I can't even remember what it's called, the plastic canvas. Oh my gosh, you must have had calluses as big as your eyeballs. Whip video. Oh, the whip video. Yes, the slideshow whip video for a week tomorrow. I'll be showing all your whippily doodah. Whippily doodahs? Whippily doodahs. Whippily doodah, whippily day. Or something along those lines. Cracking the whips. Okay. See, now I know. My head is a little bit screwy. We know this, right? We know this. Camille. Oh, I wonder if Sarah's already told you. Camille has sent a $5. Thank you so much. She said, I want to get spinny and be dizzy. Oh, my darling. I feel really bad. Okay, so it needs to be an increment of £5 British. So it needs to be whatever the US dollar is to the pound right now, 160 something, I'd guess. It needs to equal £5 British, Great British pounds. I don't know what it is in US dollars in one thingy. But US dollars to Great British. Oi, listen to me. US dollars to Great British pounds. Thank you very much. Yeah, you're not helping very much. I need it the other way around, not that way around. I'm sure someone will have already put the answer. Other way around. $1.35. $1.35 per British pound. It needs to be British pounds. But bear with me. Let me catch up with the chat. They're going to kill me. But thank you so much. Bear with me. Thank you so much. It's a huge help. Laurie says, I want to make one, but the problem is that I can't work on it until July. So should I do it? No. Because I'm literally putting the last of the squares on in July. As long as my health stays stable, physical and mental, literally 2 weeks and the last of the squares are going on. And then if Teresa does hers and gets them to me, they'll be the week after. And then we're in July. And that's where I need the 2. And I'm almost certain whoever is making, they will have sent them by then. So I'm going to say no, but don't worry. I really appreciate the thought. So thank you. Camille says, like 2 squares were mailed to you. Indeedy doody. Indeedy doody. Laurie, technically no. Yes, but no, but technically no. But yes, but no. No, but I just told her off for spamming. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Laurie says, okay, that's exactly why I asked. I'll send a picture of that darn baby blanket I'm still working on for your the animals. Yes, you've had to do some tweaking. Yes, please. The cracking the whips for next week, that'd be brilliant. Right. Now, I don't know why Nightbot isn't saying what he's supposed to be saying. Bear with me. That person, what? What were you doing? Okay. Camille, somebody has donated for you because it needs to be in one transaction. It needs to be an increment of 5 Great British pounds in one transaction. So somebody has done it for you. So you are on the wheel getting dizzy. Let's sort that. So you're at the top. We're going to save it. She is on the wheel. She is on the wheel. To the anonymous mystery donator. Oh, that's funny. Oh, you wait till I get off here. I'm going to laugh so much. Thank you very, very much. Miss Camille, you'll get spun and go dizzy this time next week because I will do it right at the very end of the live, which is now, but it will be next week. So yeah, you're going to get dizzy, girl. I emojied too much, she said. You emojied a little bit too much, but the thing is, he does it off of his own accord. I don't know why he just goes, like, I've turned that thing off. And he still goes, you know. It's just so random. Miss Camille says, well, thank you. Lois says, that's so sweet. I'm glad someone had your back, Camille. Miss Sarah says, I love this community. Makes my heart so happy. Thank you very much. Camille says, thanks anonymous. Okay, I am going to put my hand cream on because it is that time. It is that time to take care of your mitts, look after your hands, give some love back to yourself. When us, are you laughing at me? When us fibery people, are playing with so much fibre all the time, the fibre takes the moisture out of our hands and they become dry and they can become flaky and they can split and be sore and painful. And look after your hands, because your hands do so much for you. If you are lucky enough to have hands, because not everybody is, look after them. Your hands look after you. They look after those around you. They help you create. They help you cook. They help you wash. They help wipe your butt. Just imagine how you'd cope without your hands if they were gone tomorrow. So while you can still look after them, look after them. Make sure you give them some love every now and again so they can love you back. I finished the last bit of the chat. Like, my hands have just soaked that up so quick. I'll just make sure that I am all sorted with chat before I run away. I'm not going to run anywhere. I'm fat. Do I look like someone who's going to run? Joe says, next Friday is my birthday. I hope I can still make the live. Don't worry about it. Real life first, Jay. Real life first. Remember that. It's going to be a good day next Friday for you. Birthday. Woo. Hope you've got someone to celebrate with or to annoy. I like the latter. Laurie says the pig is done and the cow is almost done. So I'll send the pic when the cow is done. Okie dokie. Don't stay up till stupid o'clock in the morning doing it, though. You need some sleep, girl. Rudy, I don't know who you're asking that to, but I know you've asked me and I've already answered. Perp says it's normally me Nightbot tells off. Yes, it is. Laurie says that'll be just about halfway done. Yeah, and if you didn't see last week's live, it was only like 15 minutes. But I met up with Perp and Bello and Janetto. So that was last Friday. We didn't have a proper live, but I got them to eat these. These aren't bad at all. I got them to eat some thrill, which is a Canadian violet tasting chewing gum. I don't have an issue with it. Perp didn't have an issue with it. Bella had an issue with it. Bella had a major issue with it. But last week I did a live from the pub, and that's last week. So you can go see Perp. Miss Sarah is in July. Yes, she is. Teresa says 1 square done today, and we'll finish the other 3 today, so I can mail them tomorrow. That would be brilliant. Thank you so much. Thank you. Lucy says that burn. What? That. Oh, the bum wiping is so. I was like, burn? I didn't put my glasses on. That bum wiping is so important. It really is. Especially your own. I mean, there might well come a time where someone else might have to do it for you, but they have to use their hands. But when you've got children, you need to wipe their tush every now and again. And if you've got a partner, maybe you have to wipe theirs. We do these things for the ones we love. Camille says, if I'm running, some kind of stuff is going down. You better run too. I ain't going to be running nowhere. I don't care what's happening. Me running? Nah. Whatever happens, it's going to happen, whether I pretend I can run or not. Miss Lucy says, have a great weekend. All stay safe. Louise says, I won't do that again. I promise. Jay says, I have my husband to spend it with and annoy. Jolly good. Zoe says, have a great weekend. Enjoy your day. Take care, everyone. Lois says, that was awesome. I like the replay for last week. Thank you. Zoe says, I enjoy being here with you all. Thank you very much, Sarah, for staying up so late. Bless you. Dragon Cat says, take care, everyone. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And Camille is busy laughing. Don't forget the thumbs up from Miss Dragon Cat. Thank you very much, my dear. And we will get spinning next weekend. Remember your questions. It's very important you do those questions. Look out for posts. Listen out to the videos. You never know what might come in handy. I've warned you once, I've warned you twice, I've warned you 3 times now. Be on the lookout, keep your ears open, and I'll see you soon.